Hello, and welcome to the official channel of US Green Card Office. Today I'm going to share some exciting and very important information about the upcoming diversity visa program. As you may already know, the United States government has from October 1st been in a temporary shutdown, and many people are worried about what this means for their American dream. If you're planning to move to the United States or apply for the diversity visa program, also known as the Green Card program, this video will explain everything you need to know. I'll walk you through what a government shutdown really is, how it affects immigration, what happens to the diversity visa program during this time, and how you can use this moment to prepare your application the smart way. Most importantly, I'll show you how a professional service like US Green Card Office can make sure your application is not rejected because of avoidable mistakes. So let's start with the basics. A government shutdown happens when the United States Congress doesn't pass new funding for the federal government on time. Without that funding, many departments and agencies have to pause or slow down their operations. But this doesn't mean the whole government stops. Some services, like military operations, border security, air traffic control, and emergency services, continue to run because they are considered essential. Others, like national parks, administrative offices, and regulatory agencies, temporarily close or scale back. Once Congress reaches a funding agreement, everything reopens and work continues as usual. Now, let's talk about how this affects immigration. The good news is that most immigration processes do not completely on hold. The United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS, continues to operate during a shutdown because it is mainly funded by application fees, not taxpayer dollars. That means most petitions, green card applications, and work permits are still being processed. You might experience minor delays, especially for things like background checks that rely on other agencies, but overall, USCIS keeps moving forward. U.S. embassies and consulates abroad, which handle visa interviews and passport services, are also largely funded by the fees applicants pay. This means they often remain open, and many visa interviews continue as planned. However, if an embassy is short-staffed or runs out of fee-based funding, they might reduce services to focus on urgent or emergency cases. The main challenge during a shutdown is at the Department of Labor, which is responsible for certifying labor conditions and prevailing wages for employment-based visas. Because the Department of Labor depends on congressional funding, many of its services stop during a shutdown, causing delays for certain work visas. But for diversity visa applicants, the most important agency is the Department of State, which runs the entry and selection process. This is where many people get worried. But here's the truth. The diversity visa program does not get canceled because of a shutdown. It is written into U.S. law, which means the government is required to continue the program every year. However, the timing can change. Normally, the entry period opens in early October and runs for about 30 days. During a shutdown, that opening can be delayed until later in October or even November. The moment the government is funded and ready, the entry portal goes live and you can submit your application. If you're already a winner from a previous year and waiting for a visa interview, most of those appointments still happen, but new scheduling might slow down until everything returns to normal. There are also a few important updates you should know about this year's diversity visa program. The first is the introduction of a $1 entry fee. This fee covers administrative costs and helps reduce fraud by discouraging mass submissions from scammers. It's a small amount, but it ensures the system remains fair and efficient. Second, passport and photo requirements are more important than ever. Even if a passport is not required to enter this year's program, you will absolutely need a valid passport if you win. And your personal information must match your passport exactly. Even a small typo can disqualify you. The same goes for your photo. It must meet strict requirements, including size, background, lighting, and quality. Over 65% of self-submitted applications are rejected each year because of photo errors or missing details. Using a service like US Green Card Office eliminates that risk because our immigration team manually checks every photo and verifies your passport details before submission. Another rule change affects visa interview locations. In the past, some winners tried to schedule their interviews in countries with shorter wait times. That's no longer allowed. Your interview will now be scheduled in the country where you live or, in some cases, your country of nationality. This means it's important to keep your address information accurate and up to date, and to plan ahead for where your interview will take place. While you're watching this video, please remember to like and subscribe. It really helps us reach more people who need accurate information about immigration and the diversity visa program. Now, let's talk about why using a professional immigration service can make a huge difference. Every year, millions of applicants are disqualified for simple, preventable mistakes. It might be a wrong photo, a missing family member, a passport number typed incorrectly, or a name that doesn't match official documents. These are small errors, but they result in automatic disqualification, and there is no appeal. When you use US Green Card Office, our team reviews every detail of your application. We check that all information matches your passport. We validate your photos against official government requirements, and we make sure your spouse and children are listed correctly. We also handle the timing of your submission, so you don't have to worry about website crashes or last-minute technical problems. Our support doesn't stop there. Once you apply, we track your case, notify you as soon as results are available, and guide you through the next steps if you are selected. We even offer legal support for more complex cases. All government fees, including the new $1 entry fee and the $330 visa fee if you are selected, are included in our service plans. That means you pay once and don't have to deal with payments later or risk a failed transaction. So, what can you do right now while the government is still working on its funding situation? Use this time wisely. Make sure your passport is valid and matches all your personal information exactly. If you don't have a passport, apply for one immediately. Prepare new photos for yourself, your spouse, and your children, following the official photo requirements closely. Double-check the spelling of names and birth dates for everyone in your family. Review your education or work experience qualifications so you can accurately fill out your application. And most importantly, decide how you're going to submit your entry. You can wait for the government website to open and pay the $1 fee, or you can apply through US Green Card Office today. If you choose us, we will review and prepare your application immediately and submit it the moment the entry window opens. That means no waiting, no panic, and no risk of missing the deadline, and a guaranteed error-free submission. If you hear rumors online that the diversity visa program is canceled, ignore them. They are not true. The program is required by law, and a temporary government shutdown cannot eliminate it. The only thing that changes is the timeline. Instead of panicking, focus on being ready. When the entry portal opens, you want to be among the first applicants, not scrambling at the last minute. After you submit your entry, the process is simple. Results are typically released the following May. You use your confirmation number to check whether you were selected, or we notify you directly if you applied through our service. If you're a lucky winner, you'll complete a form called the DS 260, gather your civil documents, and wait for your interview to be scheduled. Interviews usually begin at the start of the next fiscal year and continue through September. If your case number is current and your paperwork is complete, you'll have a visa interview and on your path to permanent residency in the United States. A lot of people hear about government shutdowns and think it means the opportunity is gone. But that's not true. The diversity visa program has survived political disagreements, policy changes, and even global pandemics. It continues every year because it's written into the law. All a shutdown means is that the timeline shifts slightly. If you prepare now, you'll be ready to submit the moment the program opens, and you'll avoid the common mistakes that disqualify most applicants. This is exactly why a professional service from the US Green Card Office exists. We protect your chance of success by removing every possible error from your application. We submit on time, track your results, guide you through the process if you're selected, and help you avoid costly mistakes that could ruin your opportunity. With over 25 years of experience and millions of submitted applications, we know how to make the process smooth, stress-free, and accurate from start to finish. If you're serious about moving to the United States, now is the time to act. Gather your documents, prepare your photos, and either plan to submit your entry yourself or let us handle it for you. At US Green Card Office, we're ready to submit your application on time and before the deadline. We stay on top of every update so you don't have to, and we'll make sure you don't miss your chance for the upcoming diversity visa program. If you found this information helpful, please like this video and subscribe to our channel. It really supports our work and helps more people learn how to apply correctly. Are you planning to move to the United States? Are you planning to apply for the diversity visa program this year? Let us know in the comments below. We read everyone and often answer your questions in future videos. And when you're ready to apply with complete confidence, visit us greencardoffice.com. We'll take care of your application, handle every detail, and give you the best possible chance of making your American dream come true. See you in the next video and have a wonderful day.